Assalamu alaikum students. Hope you are doing well. Today our topic is Five Kingdom Classification System. In 1937, Edward Churton suggested two terms, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. These were the terms which were totally ignored in two kingdom classification system and three kingdom classification system. Dear students, if you remember that we have already discussed these terms in chapter number 1. So, as we know that prokaryotic word is used for those organisms which are not, which do not have proper nucleus, and so such type of organisms are called prokaryotic organisms. So the term eukaryotic is used for the organisms which have proper nucleus in their cells. So such type of organisms are called eukaryotic organisms. So this scientist used the term prokaryotic while he was discussing about the bacteria. We know that bacteria are prokaryotic, means they do not have proper nucleus and they are unicellular. And he used eukaryotic term or eukaryotic word while he was discussing about the animal and plant cells. And animal and plant cells have proper nucleus, so they are these such type of cells are called eukaryotic cells, and the organisms, these organisms are called eukaryotic organisms. So after this, in 1967, Robert Whittaker proposed the five kingdom classification system on the basis of the levels of cellular organization and the principal modes of nutrition. So first of all, we will discuss the levels of cellular organization. There are three levels of cellular organization: prokaryotic, unicellular, eukaryotic, and multicellular eukaryotic. Prokaryotic means organisms consist of one cell and they do not have proper nucleus. Unicellular eukaryotic means organism again consists of one cell but they have proper nucleus. Multicellular eukaryotic means the organisms having more than one cell in their body and their cells have proper nucleus. So next level, next point is that the principal modes of nutrition, and there are three different type of modes of nutrition. First one is the photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the mode of nutrition. It occurs in the organisms which have chlorophyll and which can make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. So next mode of nutrition is absorption. This mode of nutrition is found in fungi, as we have discussed in the previous lecture. In this, organisms take their food by absorption. So next mode of nutrition is ingestion. In this case, organisms take in their food into their mouth and then food goes into the digestive system. So after this, after the formation of five kingdom classification system, in 1988, Margulis and Schwartz modified the five kingdom classification system of Whittaker. They considered genetics along with the cellular organization and mode of nutrition. Means we know that Whittaker proposed five kingdom classification system on the basis of cellular organization and mode of nutrition, as we have discussed here. But Margulis and Schwartz changed or modified this five kingdom system by considering the genetics along with cellular organization and mode of nutrition. Considering genetics means considering DNA properties. What these scientists do, they organize the organisms into different kingdoms on the basis of their similarities and differences in DNA. So in this way, they modified the 5-kingdom classification system by adding the genetics. So they classified the organisms into the same five kingdoms as proposed by the Whittaker. So, these kingdoms we will discuss one by one. Kingdom Monera. The organisms of this kingdom are bacteria and cyanobacteria. So it includes prokaryotic organisms. Means the organisms included in this kingdom are prokaryotic organisms, means their cells do not have proper nucleus. They are made up of prokaryotic cells. So mongrels are unicellular. In the first point, we see that they are prokaryotic, and now we are going to see that they are unicellular, means their body consists of only one cell. Although some types form chains, clusters or colonies of cells, means they are unicellular, and these unicellular organisms, they live in the form of chains or in the form of clusters or in the form of colonies. Next point is prokaryotic cells are radically different from eukaryotic cells. We know that prokaryotic cells do not have proper nucleus, while eukaryotic cells have proper nucleus. So these are completely different from each other. Heterotrophic. Mongrels are heterotrophic. Not all the mongrels are heterotrophic. Most of the mongrels, like bacteria, they are heterotrophic because they get their food from other organisms. But some perform photosynthesis. It means some monorans have chlorophyll, so they make their food by themselves by the process of photosynthesis, and the example is cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria have chlorophyll. They are filamentous in form, and they have chlorophyll, so they make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. So examples are bacteria and cyanobacteria. Kingdom Protista. It includes eukaryotic unicellular and simple multicellular organisms. Eukaryotic unicellular organisms means these are the organisms which have unicellular body, means their body consists of only one cell, and the nucleus is present in their cell. So that's why they are called eukaryotic unicellular organisms. Simple multicellular organisms means these are the multicellular organisms, but they are simple multicellular. It means their body consists of more than one cells. That's why they are multicellular. And simple multicellular means they do not have multicellular sex organs, and they do not form embryos during their life cycles. So in Kingdom Protista, protists are of three types: algae, protozoans, and fungi-like protist. Algae, it includes unicellular, colonial or simple multicellular organisms. Algae are unicellular, means consists of only one cell, and they may form colonies. They can live in the form of colonies, or they are simple multicellular. As we have discussed earlier that simple multicellular means they do not have multicellular sex organs, and they do not form embryos during their life cycles. Algae resembles plant cells, means we know that plant cells have cell walls, and the cells of the algae also have cell walls. And we know that plant cells have chlorophyll in their chloroplast, and algae cells also have chlorophyll in their chloroplast. So algae resemble with plant cells. Protozoans resemble animals. Algae resembles plant cells and protozoans resemble animals. So its example is Euglena. Fungi-like protists, some protists are fungi-like, means this group of protists have characteristics just like the fungi. Next kingdom is kingdom fungi. It includes eukaryotic multicellular heterotrophs, means organisms of this kingdom, they are eukaryotic, means they have a nucleus in their cells, they are multicellular, means the body consists of more than one cells, and they are heterotrophs. Heterotrophs means they get their food from other organisms. Next point is absorptive. They are absorptive in mode of nutrition, and the example is mushrooms, means they get their food from other organisms by absorbing the food, by the absorption. Next point is they are decomposers. They decompose the other organisms. Look at this. They live on organic material. Organic material means like different type of foods or animals or plants. So fungi live on organic material and secrete digestive enzymes. So fungi secrete digestive enzymes on the organic material on which they live. And these digestive enzymes then decompose the organic material and secrete small organic molecules. So this organic material then digested by the digestive enzymes secreted by the fungi and then broken down into small organic molecules, and these small organic molecules are then absorbed by the fungi. Kingdom Plantae. Kingdom Plantae includes all the plants. It includes eukaryotic multicellular autotrophs. Means plants are eukaryotic, means their cells have proper nucleus and their bodies are multicellular, means made up of more than one cells, and they are autotrophs. Autotroph means they make their own food by themselves by the process of photosynthesis. So plants are photosynthetic, means plants have chlorophyll in their cells, so they make their own food by the photosynthesis. That's why they are called photosynthetic. They have multicellular sex organs and form embryos during their life cycle. As we have discussed earlier that simple multicellular organisms do not have multicellular sex organs and do not form embryos in their during their life cycles. But in this case, plants are multicellular organisms and they have multicellular sex organs and form embryos during their life cycles. So examples are mosses, ferns and flowering plants. Mosses and ferns are the small plants, whereas flowering plants are the large plants. So these are different types of plants. Next kingdom is the kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Animalia includes all the animals. It includes eukaryotic, multicellular and consumers. Means the animals are eukaryotic, multicellular, and consumers means they get their food from other organisms. Means they consume their food from other organisms. They ingest food. Ingest food means they take in their food into their mouth and digest within specific cavities. And digest their food into specific cavities means into the digestive system, into the stomach and small and intestine. And we know that internally stomach and intestine have cavities, and all the digestive system has internal cavities. So the food is digested within the specified cavities. Animals cells lack cell wall. We know that plant cells have cell walls, but cell walls are not present in the cells of animals, so they lack cell walls and show movement. Show movement means we know that animals can move, so they show movement.